Hey, welcome back to Not Dammy 66. How's everybody doing? Today, we'll do part 2, pros and cons. This time, working for yourself. Stay tuned. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well today. Not to be 66, out and about, running a few things I need to get done for some irons I got in the fire, working on a few things today. So anyway, I thought that I would go ahead and follow up with part 2 of the video I did yesterday. And yesterday's video, if you recall, was kind of, for a quick little recap, was pros and cons of working for somebody else, like another company. And this would be in the vein of delivery work. So we're talking about UPS, United States Postal Service, DHL, Federal Express, FedEx Ground, stuff like that. And today we're going to talk about like independent courier work, and we're going to talk about some of the ups and downs of that, as well as independent delivery work, like working the apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Spark, things like that. So here we go, guys. Okay, so let's go over what I see are the cons of working for oneself first. Out-of-pocket expenses would be numero uno, okay? You're going to have your own gas to worry about. You're going to have to worry about your tires in your vehicle. You're going to have to worry about the upkeep of your vehicle, maintenance issues, oil changes, tires, tire rotations, tune-ups, all those good things that come with that. Plus you're taking, just an overall more wear and tear on your vehicle. Some ways to combat that is some people have a separate car that they specifically use only for deliveries, and keep their other car, what's the word I'm looking for? Keep their other car for personal use. Let's put it that way. So you have a business car and whatnot. But anyway, this isn't about the solutions to problems or cons. This is just about the cons. That would be the first one that comes to mind. The other one is stability of the job. In the independent courier market, it comes and goes. It ebbs and flows. So you have certain jobs that would be on for a contract for a while, and those jobs will go away. There's always more courier work out there because there's always somebody that's looking to, get something delivered somewhere. So your options and your ability to be able to continue to work are there. And with like the app work, like Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff like that, you're kind of at the mercy of what's going on with the public. And DoorDash and Uber Eats are kind of their own separate animal because you have a little bit more to worry about with each individual run. Is it worth it? Is the mileage higher than what the payout's going to be, and what's the total payout going to be, because there's tips that come in later. They can be good, they can be bad. You can get no tips, or you can get a lot of tip money. So that just kind of depends. So stability, when you're working for somebody else, you have a job that you go to every day, and for the most part, to be honest with you, if you're a go-getter, stability will work for you as well with the independent stuff. Especially some of these contracts last a long time, and some of them will put you on a schedule. I mean, you could work a route for years and years and years. Just kind of depends on what niche you're into. If it's medical courier, or like I do, Tiff's Treats through a logistics company. There's other options out there for me available, so I can mix it up. And if at one point or another something slows down, I can go ahead and pick it up with another independent job, another independent gig. You just got to kind of hang your hat out there, see what's going on. But at least in my market, in my area, there's plenty of work. The next thing I would say, besides stability being a con and the maintenance on your vehicle and stuff like that, would just be I guess, a self-discipline thing. If you are very self-disciplined and you can get yourself out there to work every day, then it's really not a problem, but it can be a problem. I was talking to a friend of mine that's a longtime subscriber of the channel, Jason, shout out again. And you know, a lot of times it's easy when you have a good day to take the next day off. Well, you can't. If you look at the big picture for the week, you can't generally afford to do that. So you got to kind of stay on it. You know what I mean? But you can also choose the days that you work, and you can also choose how much money you want to make. So there, you know, therein is a good thing. But you know, health insurance would be another con. Now, yeah, you can go and you can get on you know, the government health care plan, and I mean, there's ways to actually get health care. But if you're supporting a family, or you're you know, you got some underlying health issues and things that you really need taken care of, it makes it a little bit more difficult than if you're a healthy individual. So healthcare, and you know, you could lump retirement, 401k in there, and all those things like that as well. You don't generally have anything like that with the contracting positions. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going by my own personal experience. So that's some of the cons that come to mind. There's probably about 50 more that I'm not thinking of right now. Oh, and then also the stigma. I mean, I touched on this a little bit at the end of my video yesterday. There's a certain stigma involved with who you work for. You know, what does that make you look like? And now, does that bother you or does it not bother you? That's kind of an individual choice, but it's out there and it's real. You know, oh, who do you work for? I do Uber Eats and DoorDash. Oh, I work for UPS. I work for FedEx. I work for the post office. Oh, you have a good job then. See what I mean? That kind of stigma. If that doesn't bother you, like I was also discussing yesterday, it doesn't really matter where the dollars come from, as long as, in my personal opinion, it doesn't matter where the dollars come from, as long as it's an honest dollar, right? So that's some of the cons, man, that I'm thinking of. Now, the pros of working for oneself, I'll hit the main one first that everybody's thinking about, right? And that is working for yourself. You're your own boss. You pretty much can work when you want to work, not work when you want to work. You are the one that tells yourself how hard you're going to work, how you're going to work it, as long as you get the job done and you do it efficiently. Those are all contributing factors to that. And that plays into the work-life balance thing, right? Because you can really balance out a lot easier when you're not tied to somebody else's schedule, when you're going to work and what you're going to be able to free up your time for. So, you know, your daughter or your son has a soccer game, or, you know, your wife wants you to go somewhere or do something, you're usually available to do it, and you don't usually need a ton of notice. You know, if you want to take vacation and stuff like that, you can, as long as you kind of plan for it and save ahead and know what your money is. That's the other thing. You can be the judge of your own money. So let's say that you're working a job. My FedEx job comes to mind, where I knew I was getting a set $850 a week, right? My FedEx ground job that I had, that was set in stone pretty much. That's what you made as long as you showed up and you did your job every day, right? So you knew what you were going to make, and you could count on that. Well, with DoorDash, Uber Eats, with Spark, with the independent courier, medical courier, and things like that, those types of positions, man, sky's the limit. It's based upon how much you really want to or are able to work. Now, there are some people that come into mind that make $1,500 a week. And that is a good thing, depending on how much you want to work. How hard do you have to work to get that? How many miles you got to put in your car? Stuff like that are a totally separate issue that I addressed in cons. But that is a pro. You can make how much you really want to make. You can kind of set the limit. And let's face it, guys, I mean, there is a freedom to working for yourself, man. So that's a con, big time. I mean, a pro. Blech. That is a pro, big time. Another pro of it is the ability to do what you want to do. In other words, what kind of work do you like to do? What kind of, and this again is in delivery vein work. What kind of deliveries you want to do? Do you want to work off an app and do Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub and stuff like that? Do you want to deliver groceries? Do you want to expand out, and do you want to do different type of courier work? If you own a box truck or cargo van, you can do a lot more with that. You can expand it out and really create your own niche in your own business that way. But you can do and choose what you want to do. Granted, some of the things that you choose to do are going to be limited on the space that you have in your vehicle and where you live and things like that. But if you're really into it and you really want to create your own business, it's the sky's the limit on how far you want to grow it. I wouldn't recommend going out and buying a cargo van to start out with, because it's an expense until you get a little bit more established. But the thing is that you can do that, and then you can expand into other things that you want to do. Find your niche market. Find markets that work for you, that really pay for you. And so that's a huge pro, man. And it's not ever really boring. Another pro to delivery work is you don't have somebody really looking over your shoulder. Yeah, you've got responsibilities and stuff, but everybody has responsibilities, man. But you got responsibilities to get the work done, but it's up to you how you do it. You don't have somebody nitpicking you to death on what you need to be doing. You're not riding a cubicle all day with your supervisor walking by making sure you're doing stuff right. Comes to mind is old call center jobs I used to have, man. They were always telling you to get on the phone, do this, do that. You know what I mean? The micromanagement thing is very, very, very minimal when you're working for yourself. So you take a bigger risk as far as your income and what your expenses are. But the payoff can be huge. So the pros and cons between both are pretty simple in my book. It depends on work-life balance. It depends on what you really want to do in your personal life and in your career, man. So, I guess you have to kind of sit back and take a really good hard look at what you really want out of life and what's important to you. And that will help guide your decisions in this process. There are tons and tons of videos if you're looking to start your own business. Tons of help out there as far as independent courier work, videos and channels and all kinds of forums that you can go to where you can really get started and you can start networking with people and really kind of, pick up the mantle and run with it, right? But there are also tons and tons of jobs out there right now that you can go to work for somebody, right? So it comes down to a personal choice, and it comes down to what's important to you, and it comes down to, what you want out of life, what you wanting to do, where you see yourself. And the best way I know how to say it is set a goal. Figure out what you need for your money. Figure out what's going to work for that money. Figure out if in your area, doing the DoorDash, the Uber Eats, mixing them up. And you can do more than one app. Trust me. I do 2 of them all the time. So, again, it's up to you, and it's up to your own personal situation. It's up to what you're looking for. Those are my pros and cons, man. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. It's going to be a little bit shorter because I ran way long yesterday. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching Now Timmy 66. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, guys. I got to get home, get some stuff done around the house. I got a garage that's calling my name that needs to be cleaned out. And, yeah. So thank you for watching. Please like if you liked the video. Dislike if you didn't like the video. At least interact with the video. Lets the YouTube algorithm know that people are watching and gets me to more visibility to share it with other folks. Also, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. It doesn't cost you anything. All you gotta do is click that button and you'll get notified anytime I pop up. So, more to come, guys. Always diverse. Try to stay diverse and show you guys different things. I'm got more POV or point of view delivery work stuff coming. soon. Got some new equipment that I'm going to try out. So yeah, man. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you very much for watching Now Timmy 66, and I'm out. Oh, almost forgot. Guys, no matter what you do in life, make it count. Have a great day.